So, direta sa Module 17, Socio-Emotional Development of the Preschooler. So, introduction. Socio-emotional development is crucial in preschool years. We hear a lot of parents and teachers and formal administrators that attending preschool is more for socialization than for formal academic learning. Preschoolers now discover new rules outside their home. They become interested to assert themselves as they relate with other people. A lot of very important social skills they will learn during the preschool years will help them throughout life as adults. These skills can even determine the individual's social adjustment and consequent quality of relationship in adult life. So, this is socio-emotional development of the preschoolers is important in this preschool years. Diri ilang pag-attend sa klase mas more on socialization kaysa sa formal academic learning. Diri during preschool years ang mga bata maka-learn og wide sa environment nga ilang na gitindugan. Diri ang preschoolers maka-learn og bag-o nga rules kaysa sa ilang naanda nila sa ilang balay. Kumbaga, ug sila naanad nga inana sila sa ilang balay, pag abot nila ani kanay padiri pag maka-start na siya nga mag-socialize, maka-learn na sila og bag-o nga na sila ma-discover na bag-o, na sila ma-interesan, then maka-relate na sila sa uban o mga tao. So daghan ay social skills ang ilang ma-learn during preschool years. Og katabang ni siya throughout life as adults. These skills can even determine the individual later social adjustment and sequent quality of relationship in adult life. So, there is a big ideas on preschool socio-emotional development. Number 1, the development of initiative is crucial to the preschoolers. Number 2, a healthy self-concept is needed for preschoolers to interact with others. Number 3, environmental factors influence gender identity in young children. Number 4, preschooler social development is shown through the stages of play. Number 5, the caregiving styles of parents and teacher affect the preschooler socio-emotional development. Then last, number 6, preschoolers are interested in building friendship. So, kaning 1 to 6, madiscuss ni siya, ang uban ani mas discuss ni sa ako apong kagrupo. So, sugod ta diri sa preschoolers initiative. Erickson's view of initiative apply portrays the emotional and social changes that happens during the preschool years. Preschool years deal with the psychological conflict of initiative versus guilt. Erickson believed that healthy preschoolers develop initiative, the tendency of preschoolers to want to take action and assert themselves. They will create, invent, pretend, take risks, and engage in lively and imaginative activities with peers. When parents, teachers, and other adults supports these attempts and provide stimulating environment, the preschooler's sense of initiative will grow. On the other hand, if the adults show overprotection, extreme restriction, and criticism, the preschoolers will develop guilt. So, dire, kanang halimbawa, kanang magdula sila kanang balay-balay, diri, na sila ma-create, ma-invent, ma-pretend, maka-take og rest, ma-engage og mga imaginative na activity. Halimbawa, binalay lagi, maka-pretend sila nga kintaraw, ikaw ang papa, siya ang mama, baby or brother, mao ni mong igsoon, etc. or unsa pa ba. Then makabalo na sila mag-invent, like example, makabalo sila sa pagkaon, unsa ila ipakaon sa pamilya, mga inana bayang mga bata. So makamugna pud sila og kanang kanang mga imaginary bitaw nga mga inana nga kani sila or unsa sila ani. So Ang preschooler sense of initiative will grow. On the other hand, if the adults show overprotection, extreme rejection, and criticism, the preschoolers will also develop guilt. So, ang preschooler makakuha siya initiative, then pag bitaw ang kanang overprotection ra kay ang mga mama or what, makadevelop pod din siya og guilt. As preschoolers go through the conflict of initiative versus guilt, they show so much energy in doing imaginative plays activities. So every place become a playground to explore. Every single thing an interesting piece to tinker with. Adults sometimes get exasperated over the behavior and begin to see preschoolers as naughty or makulit. So makuha na sila nga kanang sagda nga mga bata na some parents and teachers then become overly restrictive, resorting to treats, intimidation, and other scary tactics that disrespect the preschooler just to establish control. So makita naman sila nga mga sagda na bata, so ang uban teachers or ang mga ginikanan ilahan ng hadlokon bitaw para ma-establish ang control. So consequently, the child may develop excessive guilt, although a good amount of guilt helps in making children take responsibility for their behavior. Excessive guilt hampers emotional growth. So, preschoolers who are always punished and criticized end up constructing a view of themselves as being salbahe, bad, or bobo, or even walang kwenta or worthless. So, pagka ng ang preschoolers po dahil panang kanang mapunish bitaw siya permanente or makriticize, so ilahang makita ilang kaugalingon nga kuan sila kanang salbahe sila or kanang bulok sila rin anak bitaw or wala sila kwenta kay gina-punish man o gina-criticize dili pa man gid sila makasabot ayo ana. This is really sad because childhood years should be happy years. So dapat childhood years gani daw kay should be happy years. One poster says, "You don't have to hit to hurt." The message emphasizes that even the things we say and the way we deal with preschoolers can already hurt them in this vulnerable stage. So, kanang atong mastorya sa mga preschoolers, we don't even know nga maka-hurt na dito sa ilaha, mga inana, the way ta mo deal, the way nato sila itrato, mga inana makapil na sila og ana. The key thing to remember is to apply judicious permissiveness. This involves setting realistic boundaries that keep preschoolers safe and respectful of self and others, while allowing them greater opportunity to explore, take risks, and engage in creative processes. Preschoolers will develop a healthy sense of initiative in affirming, encouraging, and stimulating environments. So, mauni siya ang preschooler initiative. So, pag over ka protective ang ginikanan, na siya'y ma-forma nga, na siya'y guilt nga makuan. Pag kuan pod, pag kanang balance bitaw na initiative, mo ni siya gitawag initiative versus guilt. Once na masubraan na guilt nga makuan. So diri na pud ta sa self-concept and the preschooler. By the end of toddlerhood, preschoolers come out with a clear sense that they are separate and distinct persons. So na sila sense nga kuan sila separate og lahi sila nga sa uban. With their ability to make representation, they can now think and reflect about themselves. Self-concept refers to the way one sees himself, a general view about one's ability and weakness. The preschooler self-concept mainly focuses on observable characteristics and her usual beliefs, emotion, and attitude. So, ang one will hear a preschooler say, "Kaya ko na, I can do it. Ako lang nagsuot ng shoes ko. I wear my shoes all by myself." An important aspect A self-concept is self-esteem, which specifically refers to one's judgments about one's worth. Preschoolers are naturally positive. Usually, they will tend to evaluate their skills high and underestimate the task. They are confident to try again even if they don't succeed with something. So diri kay ang mga preschoolers mo try gyud na sila ha mag-try bisag kanang wala bitaw nila nakabot bisag they don't succeed something. However, they may become negative because of repeated frustration. So sige nila try kuan pud sila, they become also negative daw tungod sa mga disapproval or ma-disappoint nila sa mga frustration in anak. Preschoolers need a lot of patience and encouragement from adults. So diri need good nila ang need og dako nga pasensya og encouragement kay if dili nato sila i-encourage, so magpadayon ra sila nga inana dili usay dili na sila mukuan kay basing ilan ang hunahunahon ang outcome nga mahitabo. So dapat need ni siya diri og patience and encouragement gikan sa mga adults. So diri na pod sa environmental factors and gender in the preschooler's socio-emotional development. As a preschooler's ability to create schemas develop, they become capable of gender typing. The process of forming gender rules, gender-based preferences, and behaviors accepted by society. They come to form gender stereotypes. Preschoolers begin to associate certain things like toys, tools, games, clothes, jobs, colors, or even action or behaviors as being only for girls. Consequently, they form their own gender identity, the view of oneself as being masculine or feminine. So, gender typing and gender identity are influenced by environmental factors such as the family, teachers, peers, and the mass media. This is where comes into play different spheres of influence determine the preschooler's development of gender schema. Differences in parental expectation and behavior towards daughters and sons affect gender typing and gender identity. More often, boys are expected to show more emotional and be more competitive, while girls are expected to be warm and soft and demure. Parents also expect their children to play with toys that are right for their gender. So, wait lang, the right for their gender. The expectation of other people in the preschooler lives also influence their gender schema. This includes their relatives, teacher, classmate, and other playmates. So, diri kung unsay tan-aw sa mga tao sa imuha, like sa imong parents, sa imuhang barkada is kintabi kuan ka boy ka, dapat imuhang mga dulaon is pang boys nga games, ang imuhang kuan kanang imuhang suoto na sanina is pang boys, pang mga inana. Kung girl ka, girl pang like imong madulaan Barbie nana. Kung boy ka, cars, mga nana kasagaran diri kanang ma-influence ni siya sa mga tao nga nakapalibot sa imuha. Gender typing, like ang mga tao mayon mo kana nga boy man ka, so dapat kani imong duwaon pang boy. Girl man ka, o kani imuha gana. Girl man ka, pink imuha. Boy man ka, blue imuha niya. Mass media and ICT, which include television, movies, and the internet, computer games, also offer various images of what it means to be a boy. And also kanang diri makabalo ka nga pang boy ni siya, then diri pang girl, pang babae ni siya. So sa US, there is a growing debate about lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender issue which is collectively known as LGBT issue. So naman pud na diri sa ato kanang matan-awan bitaw nato. So schools are in a tight situation or have to do a balancing act on how to deal with this issue with children so that school are still able to be on the side of respect for diversity without necessarily confusing children who are at stage of forming their own gender schema. So kaninay ubad nga kanang wala pa jud sila kabalo sa ilahang kuan bitaw gender mao na sila. Then mao na sila usay ang uban di ba makaingon nga kanang lalaki man ko bat nganong kanang ganahan man ko Barbie babae ko pero ganahan ko magdulag kuan pang lalaki mga inana bitaw. So ang schools or ang mga kuan dapat balancing daw ilang ani nga issue mga kay at as napaman sila ani sa stage of forming their own gender schemas. So preschool teachers should think thoroughly on how to present nation of what boys and girls can do, especially in the discussion about occupation or community helpers. So diri ara ko taman sa environmental factors and gender in the preschooler socio-emotional development. Ang ako na pong mga kagrupo ang magtiwas ani nga module which is module 17. Ara to